Hello, and today we will take a look at the steps taken to build the TSI Global Index Interactive Report, which is published and distributed to many financial institutions. Here we have the final version of the report where users can slice and dice the data by various filters and measures. As you can see, the user can either filter on years or regions, and they can also see the impact of the global index changes on various indexes displayed on the second graph. The data is updated automatically every 3 days. Now let's build it. To begin with, we have to create a new file and give it a name. In this case, it will be demo1. Once we have done this, the canvas appears. We can modify its width and height. In this example, I'm going to change the width to 1280, so it is universal for all devices. Now that our canvas is ready, we can start decorating it by adding images and shapes. In this case, I'm going to add an image. And as seen in the screen in the right side, you can either modify the width, height, and position in the right side of the screen, or you can just drag your mouse to make it fit your desired plan or design. Now that everything is ready, we can get to work. We start by clicking on Data, and then we click on Import Dataset. We import our dataset. As you can see, we have a preview of the data where we can format it depending on our needs. In this example, I'm going to change the year variable from a decimal number to a non-decimal number because years are whole numbers. Now that our data is ready, we can get to work. Let's insert the first time series chart for different regions. So to begin with, we will insert a line chart, drag it to our desired position, fit it to our desired height, and then we can start choosing dimensions, measures. Our dimension will be date, and our measure will be risk score. As you can see now, this is the line that means the mean of all different regions, but we want to divide this line chart by regions. So to do so, we're going to use the color by function and select region. And now, as you can see, there are many lines, and each line represents each region. Let's now create our first filter. We will create the first filter, which will be a year filter, by selecting the horizontal radio, fitting it to our desired size. And then, once we've done this, we can create a filter. Because this is in date and we want to filter by years, we change the field name from date to year, and the years appear. Now we go down to text, and because they all fit inside the box, we can take away the allow scrolling option. Once the design is ready, we go down to filter, and we tell the filter, the selector, what we want to filter. In this case, it will be tag 2. And to end with, we have to assign a group name. In this case, it will be year. Once we have done this, we will add our second filter, which will be the region filter. For regions, we're going to use the horizontal checkbox. We select it, make it into our desired size, and as before, we change the field name from date to region. And as before, because they all fit inside the box, we take away the allow scrolling option. Now that it's ready, we just have to tell our filter what we want to filter. In this case, tag 2. And we add the group name, which would serve as a description. Now, let's add another chart for the changes in the index. In this chart, we will swap the measures depending on our choices in the filter. As we did before, we have to choose our dimension, and in this case, we will add many measures. Now that the chart is ready, we have to add its filter. We select an H list, fit it to our desired size, and choose from the source of values, because we're going to filter the graph and our values are going to be coming from the graph. We choose tag 5, which will be our graph. And then we change the source of property from auto scale to measure. As you can see, our indexes appeared and we're ready to filter. As before, the words fill inside the box, so we can take away the allow scrolling option, and we tell the filter what we want to filter. In this case, tag 5, our graph. To end with, we assign it a group name, and because this is an H list, we will not know what we chose. So to know what index we're on, we can just go to selected value and choose underline. So when we click on something, it will get underlined and we will know what we're working on. Lastly, we will add a grid to display dates, region, index values, and comments. To do this, we will choose the grid option, take it to our desired position, fit it to our desired size, and then add our dimensions and measures. The dimensions in this case will be date, region, and comments. The measures will be the risk score and the change. Now, once that this has been done, we can modify the columns and make ones bigger than others. For example, in the comments one, I will make it bigger because I think that comments deserve more space. I can do this by clicking on the left side of comments on the gears and changing the width of my column to my personalized size. In this case, it will be 300. As you see, the column has changed its size and now comments can be read more easily. To end with, I have to apply the year and region filter to the different graphs. Because the year filter will be affecting all of them, I will assign it to all our graphs. To do this, I just have to click on it. It's either a click on the right side of the screen or a right click on top of it, click edit, go down to filter, and select the graphs I want to filter. Then the region filter will affect the first graph and the grid. So to do this, as I did before, I can either click on it here, right side, or click on it and then right click on it and then click edit. Go, choose filter, and choose what I want to filter. Now our report is ready and we can check it works. For example, let's choose the data from 2021 of Taiwan, gold, and as you can see, it all has been filtered perfectly. This is all for today. Thank you for watching.